What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the Drip Strick College Football Podcast. I got my boy Austin with me, the
How y'all,
co-host.
how y'all doing today, guys?
And you know what? Today we're gonna go over predictions. We have a couple topics we want to talk about and stuff.
Yeah.
Um, but this podcast is mostly gonna be our predictions for Week 6 of the college football season. Um, Now, we have a Wednesday game and we have some Friday games. None of them are really interesting. The most interesting one is Wednesday night, SMU at UCF.
Okay.
Um,
SMU versus. Okay.
that's actually going to turn out to be a really good game.
Yeah, not a bad
Um,
game.
UCF, they have John Rice Plumlee. They have Gus Malzahn. Mid. He's mid.
Your favorite.
Um, and SMU, they got a good offense. They got that. I think his name's like Aaron Mordecai or something. I have no idea what his
Tanner
name.
Mordecai.
Tanner
Yeah,
Mordecai.
yeah, yeah. He's
He's
a
a good
beast.
he's a good quarterback, and I think this is gonna be a good um a good brawl between the two teams. I
Yeah,
think UCF will pull it out though.
yeah, yeah. I got UCF too, as well.
All right, so Friday there's nothing interesting happening, just a bunch of lower tier teams playing. Um, we're gonna go straight into Saturday, and we're starting off with a banger: Tennessee at LSU.
Mmm.
Now, this game will depend on Jaden Daniels. Is he gonna be ready to play? What is his injury? What is the like? How this like? It all depends on him. LSU, their backup quarterback. He's not really that good, to be honest. He played
Yeah.
against Auburn last week. Did not have a good game at all. I think he had like 5 passing yards, maybe. I'm not sure.
Mm.
Um, I think Tennessee will win this game, and I really don't think it'll be close. But you never know. It's at Death Valley, um, but it's not a night game, so we'll
Yeah.
see what happens. It's gonna be
Yeah.
interesting.
I got Tennessee winning as well. I think LSU's. I think they're underrated. Honestly, I hate that they have to play a good Tennessee team. But yeah, Jalen Daniels is going to be a big X factor for it. Hopefully he can play, and hopefully he plays well if he does play. Because I
Yeah.
like Jalen Daniels. He doesn't really pass the ball very much, but he's a
No.
good runner. But yeah, dude, I think Hendon Hooker and the Vols. I think they got a bye week on last Saturday, and so they might come out the break and be just ready to play in Death Valley. It's so hard to win there.
Yeah.
So I mean, that's how you never know. LSU could pull it out, but I got Tennessee too.
Tennessee's bringing out their the smoky
Oh,
uniforms.
I saw those. They look really
Th-
good.
Those things are clean, dude.
Yeah,
I'm
I can't
excited
hate
to
on
see them
those.
playing those.
Hmm.
So we're gonna be talking about Michigan at Indiana. Indiana, they have I mean, he's an all right quarterback, Connor Bazelak from Missouri.
Oh yeah, I forgot
Um,
he was there.
I think Michigan will stomp Indiana. Their ground game, Michigan's ground game is, I'd say, best in the country. I mean, it's hard to stop a team that has J.J. McCarthy at quarterback and Blake Corum at running back.
Yeah,
It's hard to stop that because if it's a pass play, J.J. McCarthy's just going to pick you apart through the air, or if you cover everything, he's just going to run. He's one of the most He's one of the fastest quarterbacks in all of college football right now. One of the most agile. Blake Corum, great running back. I think Michigan stomps Indiana.
yeah. I think Indiana does not have a good team this year. They're big struggling. They lost Michael Penix Jr. obviously, but yeah, dude, I think Michigan's like you said, man. JJ McCarthy's so dynamic; he can make plays. Blake Corum, I feel like, is just gonna run all over their defense. They do not. Indiana does not have a good defense, and yeah, I got Michigan and probably 30 plus.
Yeah,
20 plus, 20 plus.
yeah. So we're gonna be talking about college game day game,
Oh
TCU,
yeah,
Kansas. This is something that the people want. The fans want to see college game day go to Kansas.
yeah,
TCU, they played an outstanding game against Oklahoma. They destroyed Oklahoma. It wasn't even like close or anything. I mean, they just
yeah. It was
dominated the
bad.
whole game. Kansas, they've been on a hot streak, 5-0. One of the best stories to come out of college football this season. Um, me and Austin were both. big Kansas people. We love Kansas.
Oh yeah.
Um, but look, man. I'm afraid our curse is gonna get them.
I hope not. I hope not.
As much as I hate to go against Kansas, I think TCU will win.
Yeah. I don't know. It's like the college football, like that Austin is saying, dude, pick TCU, pick TCU. They're the better team. They looked good against Oklahoma. But
Yeah.
then there's like the guy who just wants to have a good game and wants to see the big upset and like, hey man, pick Kansas. You're not going to regret it. They're going to stay undefeated. But nah, I gotta go TCU. I'm sorry. I love Kansas. I feel like the Drip Strick podcast was the reason they are ranked today. But I think we put the team on our back. Honestly, it's pretty historical what we did on this podcast. But yeah, I think TCU wins it. I'm so sorry, Kansas. Hopefully you'll be ranked again soon. But yeah, I think TCU pulls it out. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
We love you, Kansas. It's just business. It's nothing
Yes.
personal.
Yeah, but we were just trying to be right.
All right, so we're talking about Arkansas and Mississippi State.
Ooh.
Arkansas has had 2 losses in a row. Arkansas, they got to figure out something, and they got to figure it out fast if they still want to contend in the SEC. They just haven't looked good in the past 2 weeks. They did have a little comeback against Alabama, and then Alabama scored a bunch more points. Um, Mississippi State, they've had a great season so far compared to their previous seasons. What is his name, dude?
Will Rogers?
Will Rogers, dude.
Bro, what are you doing,
I'm
man? You're
horrible
losing
with
it.
names,
You're
dude.
losing it.
Will Rogers is a great quarterback. He's had a great season statistic wise. Um, and the air raid is looking really good in Mississippi State right now. So I got Mississippi State in this one.
Yeah, it's a home game, 11 o'clock. SEC Network's going to be there. Dude, I'm high. I don't know. I have a very bad feeling about this game. Arkansas is a good defense. I just have the worst feeling. I'm picking Mississippi State to win, but I'm telling you, this feeling I have inside me is a very bad feeling. I
Mm.
don't know why I have this feeling, but I do have this feeling. But hopefully our defense came to play. KJ Jefferson actually might not play. Sam Pittman said in like their interview yesterday in their press conference,
Oh,
Bo. So hopefully he does play.
that's
They
tough.
yeah, they said he's under some kind of protocol. They didn't say like what kind of protocol. But yeah, hopefully he's fine. Hopefully he does play. But I don't know. I got Mississippi State. Hopefully they win, and hopefully they look like the same team that played against Texas A&M on Saturday.
Oh yeah. So we're gonna be talking about Missouri and Florida, the swamp.
What? Okay.
Um, Florida. They played some no name or some trash team last week. They destroyed them. Anthony Richardson, he's had a up and down season. He played fantastic against Utah. He played fantastic against Tennessee. In the big games where they need him to play good, he's played good.
Yeah,
It's
that's true.
been it's been games like this where they play an unranked team, a mid-tier SEC team where they've struggled, where Anthony Richardson has struggled. I think this will be a lot closer than people think.
Yeah.
A lot of people think Florida will just blow them out. Missouri has no chance. I think it'll be a lot closer than people think, but I still got Florida. I still have Florida winning it, maybe by like a touchdown. I don't know.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I got Florida winning it too. Hopefully, hopefully Anthony Richardson can pull something out, pull something together. Because yeah, he's had a very up and down year. So hopefully he stays consistent against Missouri, beats them. I do think they're definitely the better team. Obviously, their whole team has had some ups and downs, but yeah, I got Florida in this one
Yeah, yeah.
in
So
the
we're
swamp.
talking about Red River rivalry, Texas
Oh, let's go, baby.
at Oklahoma. Texas, they lost their starting quarterback Quinn Ewers week 2 against Alabama. By the way, if he did not get hurt in that game, Texas would have blown Alabama out of the water. I'm convinced. But I think Quinn Ewers is going to come back this week, maybe.
I hope so. Yeah, that's what they said.
Hopefully.
They're thinking.
If he comes back, then Texas wins by a million. But even if he doesn't come back, Hudson Card is good enough to win this game for Texas. They got Bijan Robinson. They have Xavier Worthy on the outside. They have a good defense. Oklahoma, they took a big gut punch last week playing TCU. They got blown
Yeah.
out by TCU. They've lost 2 straight, 2 big upsets. And I mean, unless something drastic has happened at Oklahoma, if Dylan Gabriel is fine to play this game, it's a different story. But I'm not sure if he is.
Yeah, I hope he is.
Um, But if he's not, Oklahoma, big trouble. I think Texas will win this game. And I really don't think it'll be close, but you really never know with rivalry games, man.
Yeah, especially this one. This one's always been crazy. It's always been high scoring, no matter
Yeah.
like how good the teams are. But yeah, dude, I don't know if I say if Dylan Gabriel plays in this game, I'm saying Oklahoma's pulling it out. I like Oklahoma, man. I don't know what it is, and they're just telling me pick them. They're telling me to pick them. I don't know, but Texas has looked good this year too. So I don't know. I'm gonna go with Oklahoma if Dylan Gabriel plays. Hopefully he plays.
Yeah.
But yeah, this is gonna be a good game, and I love this game every year. It's always has crazy
It's
highlights,
it's very
and it's
entertaining.
always good. Yeah, it's
I
it's
mean,
nuts.
like I think it was last year, maybe last year or the year before. I mean, Texas went up like 28-7. It was looking like a blowout.
Yeah,
Oklahoma, they came back and they won. It was crazy. This is one of my favorite rivalry games to watch in all of college football. I'm very
yeah.
excited to watch. It's definitely going to be the 11 o'clock game that I'll be watching on Saturday. Um,
That's weird. They play at 11. Are you serious?
yeah, I feel like they always play at 11, or then like last year they played at 11.
Yeah, that's weird. That's weird. I
They
don't know
should make
why
it a
they
night
play that
game though.
early. Yeah, that should be a 6:30 game or a 2:30
Yeah,
game.
yeah,
Give me a
yeah.
break. That's gonna be a great game.
So we're going to Louisville at Virginia. Virginia,
Oh.
look, man, this is another
Ooh.
Drip Strick podcast curse moment.
We were talking about him so good.
We were talking about Mr. Brennan Armstrong, so good. I mean, meat riding was crazy, man. The meat riding was crazy for us.
Honestly.
Um, we thought he was going to be, in the Heisman race. No, it's the complete opposite. He's played horribly the past few weeks. Virginia, they're not looking good at all this season. Louisville, they've had ups and downs. They played a really good game against Florida State. For Louisville, it'll all depend on the quarterback play. Can Malik Cunningham be that guy that can pass the ball well, make good decisions, and run the ball well? But I think Louisville will win this game.
Yeah.
I'd say by like 2 touchdowns, maybe.
I don't know. I feel like the Louisville defense is not very good. I don't know. I still like Brendan Armstrong. Still, I still like Virginia. I don't know. I say Virginia wins. I don't know. I'll probably regret that honestly. Hopefully Malik Cunningham can figure something out because he's been off and on this year as well. So I'm saying Virginia, but I'm not too confident about that. But I feel like it's going to be a decent game. I don't think it's going to be a great game, but it's going to be alright. It's going to be alright.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. We're talking about Auburn at Georgia now. Auburn, if
At
coming
Georgia.
off, yeah, it's gonna be at Georgia at 2:30.
Mm,
Auburn's coming off a disappointing loss to LSU. To be honest, if I'm gonna be real here, I thought Auburn would lose by. I thought it was gonna be a blowout against LSU, but we kept it close. We were leading for most of the game. Auburn played a good game. Um, Georgia, I mean, they've had a big turnaround, and they're going in the wrong way, man. They
yeah.
started off, they blew out Oregon week 1 in Atlanta like it was nothing. They played a good game week 2. I forgot who they played. But the past 2 weeks, they've struggled. They had 2 struggle wins.
Yeah. Big
Um,
time.
Especially Missouri, man. Like they struggled big time with Missouri. Um, but Auburn, whenever like the past couple of years when we played Georgia, we've just gotten destroyed by them. Um, but what kind of fan am I if I go against my team? I'm going Auburn by a field goal.
Okay. Okay. I don't know. I think Georgia will figure it out this Saturday. They coming back home, and they played at Missouri. I think they played the Kent State game at home though, but they looked
Yeah,
awful against Kent State.
yeah, yeah.
Coming back home for Auburn, I feel like they'll figure it out. They'll probably put up some big numbers. Stetson
I hope
Bennett
not.
hopefully plays a little bit better. But yeah, I mean, I don't know if I'm not feeling too bad about Auburn ever since the LSU game because like I said in the past podcast, it could have gone way worse, and this game could go bad or it could look like Auburn looking good. So you never really know. But I have Georgia pulling it out.
Yeah, yeah. We're talking about Texas Tech at Oklahoma State. Oklahoma State is a team we really haven't talked about this season, and that's something I do want to talk about. They're ranked 7th right now. Their quarterback, Spencer Sanders, has had a great season. I think he is now the Oklahoma State leading He leads Oklahoma State in passing yards all time now.
Wow. Okay, I didn't know that.
Um, he beat out the current head coach. I forgot his name, but he has a sick
Mike
mullet.
Mike Gundy.
Yeah, Mike Gundy. He
Yeah, he's a
beat
beast.
Mike Gundy's record. Oklahoma State, they're on a hot streak. They're looking really good. Not enough people are talking about them.
Yeah.
And they got a good defense. They got a great quarterback. Oklahoma State fans, I'm feeling great if I were you. Texas Tech, they beat Texas. They upset Texas at home, but that was at home. They've had an up and down season. I think Oklahoma State wins this game, and I really don't think it'll be close.
Yeah, you really never know with Spencer Sanders. He could come out and have a bad game, and Texas Tech could pull up the upset. But nah, I got Oklahoma State too. Like you said, they got a pretty good team. I don't know if they're the seventh best team in the country, but I think Spencer Sanders is going to find a way to pull it out. I don't really have too much to say about the game, but I got Oklahoma State to win it.
Yeah, yeah. Talking about number 11 Utah at UCLA. Utah lost to Florida in Week 1. Utah made Anthony Richardson look like the Heisman Trophy winner.
Like Cam
Everyone,
Newton out there.
yeah. I mean, people were comparing him to Cam Newton and all, but ever since that game, Utah, they've bounced back. They're now ranked 11th in the country. They played some good games. Their quarterback, I think his name's like Cameron Rising or something.
I'm not sure.
Um, he's had a good, decent season. Um, hey, but UCLA, they they beat Washington last week. Washington, they're a good team. They were a good team. They had a good quarterback, Michael Penix Jr. And UCLA, they pulled out the upset last week against Washington, and I think they'll pull off the upset this week against Utah. I'm going
Okay,
UCLA by
okay.
a touchdown and a field goal. I think it'll be 10 points.
I love it. I love it. I love that. Yeah, I love that. I got Utah. I feel like they've totally figured it out. Like something clicked after the Florida State after the Florida game, and I think something clicked in them, and I feel like they're gonna be good going into the rest of the season. I like that you picked UCLA though. That's different. I say they beat UCLA by a good margin. I think UCLA is a tad bit overrated. You know, they struggle with South Alabama at home. But so yeah, I got Utah. I think they figured it out ever since week 1, and they're not the same team they were. So I got Utah.
Yeah. Talking about number 3 Ohio State, who should be the number 1 team in the country.
Yep.
At Michigan State. Now, Michigan State is a team we really haven't. We talked. I feel like we talked about them one time so far,
Yeah, we haven't
but
talked about them. Like, we didn't even talk about their game last week against Maryland.
yeah, we didn't even talk about that.
Not
Michigan
much to talk
State.
about.
Yeah, I mean, there's literally not much to talk about Michigan State, man. I mean, they're not good. They aren't good.
Yeah, they
They're,
ruined themselves
I mean,
signing Mel Tucker for that long.
oh yeah.
After like just
I
three
mean,
seasons there, I think they gave him way too long of a deal, and they're going to deeply, deeply regret that because they're
it's
awful this year.
it's like Gus Malzahn, the whole Gus Malzahn situation. We beat Alabama in the offseason. He gets a giant contract
Yeah,
extension.
literally the same,
Uh,
literally the exact same
literally the
scenario.
exact same. Michigan State beat Michigan, and then he gets a giant contract. But they're regretting it right now. They're having a bad season. Um, they can't get anything passing in the passing game. Can't really
Yeah.
get anything going in the rushing game. Their offense is trash. Their defense is trash. I think Ohio State will blow Michigan State out at home.
Okay.
I don't think it'll be close.
Yeah, I think it'll be closer than the experts think. I don't think it's going to be a total blowout. But yeah, Michigan State, man, they have Peyton Thorne, who he was literally there last year. It's not like they have a brand new quarterback.
Yeah.
And they've got a lot of new transfers in, too. So it's not like they have just a bad team like everybody left. They had a great transfer portal, one of the best in the country in the offseason, and they still are just, I mean, they are next level bad. They are just very, very bad. So yeah, I got Ohio State.
So we're going to North Carolina at Miami. Um, North Carolina, Drake May, their quarterback. Incredible season so far. Mainly just Drake May. He's had a great season so far, statistics wide.
Yeah.
I mean, he's in the top. I don't even know, but he's leading the country in some passing stats or something.
Yeah.
He's had a great season so far. Miami, they lost to Middle Tennessee State. I don't know if that was last week or the week before, but they have had a Not great season so far. They don't have really a home field advantage because they
Yeah.
don't have their own stadium. They play at Hard Rock Stadium. So they don't really have home field advantage, so I'm going North Carolina.
Okay. Okay, I like that pick. I'm also going North Carolina just because I don't think Miami's good yet. Give Mario Cristobal maybe a few years because I really do think he's a great coach. But yeah, I got UNC winning this game. I think Drake May is going to have a good game because Miami's defense is not very good this year. But yeah, I got UNC for sure.
So we're going to Clemson at Boston College. Boston College, they have really disappointed me this year. Their quarterback Phil
Yeah,
Yurkovich,
yeah, yeah.
he's had a disappointing season. He is coming off a big injury he had last year, which kept him out of playing last year. Um, but he's been really disappointing. Boston College just been disappointing in general.
hmm
Um, Clemson, ever since the Georgia Tech game, they have found a good rhythm. Their quarterback is playing good. Their running back Will Shipley's playing good. I mean, all around they're just playing really good. Some really good football. I think Clemson wins, and I don't think it'll be close.
Really? Okay. Yeah, I think Clemson wins at probably about 20 plus. I like Clemson a lot. Will Shipley's a baller. DJ's been balling. So yeah, I got Clemson. I don't think Boston College is. They're having a down year for sure.
We're talking about Washington State at USC.
Okay.
USC, they played pretty good so far. They're ranked number 6 right now. Caleb Williams has made some incredible throws. There was one I saw the other day that was just blew my mind. I mean, he's made some really good throws. He's a legit quarterback, man. Lincoln Riley, he's a great coach. Um, USC's looked good so far, but to be fair, it's not like they're playing like SEC teams or anything. I mean,
Yeah, they're not playing
let's
good teams.
let's be real here, man. They're playing in the Pac-12. They're playing Pac-12 teams. The Pac-12, they're not, they're not like top tier conference.
Yeah.
Um, and they're about to fall off hard because a bunch of their teams are leaving. Um, I got USC in this game, and I feel like it'll actually be closer than people think.
Okay.
Washington State's been keeping it close with a bunch of different people with a bunch of different teams this year so far. But I think it'll be close. But I think USC does win.
Yeah, actually, I 100% agree with you. I think it's going to be close, closer than the experts think. I think USC's on. I think they're on upset watch this week. Uh, Definitely on upset watch this week. But yeah, USC. I think they'll. I got them to win. But yeah, Washington State. Do not sleep on Washington State. They have a pretty good team this year. So yeah, but I got USC.
So we're going to South Carolina at Kentucky.
Oh man.
Kentucky off a disappointing loss against Ole Miss. Kentucky, they did not play good. They did not have good quarterback play, and that's always crucial. Um, they have the most overrated quarterback in the country.
Yep.
Can we please stop saying he's a early first round pick? I mean, this is crazy. He's not. He's not. You cannot tell me he's better than C.J. Stroud, Bryce Young. We said this like 30 times in the last podcast.
Yeah.
He's not that guy. But Spencer Rattler is not that guy either. He's not good. He's had a mediocre season in South Carolina so far. Um, they did have some like really cool throwback uniforms though. I can't lie.
Oh, I did see those.
Was
They
that
were
like
pretty good.
last week or is that for this week? I have no idea.
I think that was last week
Oh,
against the like the nobody team they played.
yeah, but
I'm
those
pretty
were
sure.
cool. The uniforms is the only thing they got going for them right now. I'm going Kentucky, but I don't think it'll be high scoring. I think it'll be low scoring, and I think it'll be close.
Okay. Okay. Yeah. Shane Beamer is one of the most, if not the most, overrated coach in football. He's
Yes.
not good. He's not good. And yeah, South Carolina is not a good team. I think Will Levis honestly is going to have a great, great day on Saturday. I think he's going to pass the ball well, run the ball well, and yeah, this might be a blowout. It might be. I don't know. South Carolina, they're not good this year.
And
They're not good at all. Spencer Rattler, and maybe if he plays how like the potential that he has, if he shows that off, it might be a close game. But I definitely got Kentucky, no doubt.
So we're talking about BYU at Notre Dame now. Notre Dame, they lost their starting quarterback for like the rest of the season.
Yeah.
or for I don't even know. But they lost their starting quarterback. Their backup quarterback has played good so far. He's played decent. Notre Dame, um, you know, unranked. I think BYU will go to Notre Dame, and I think they will win. It's a night game at Notre Dame. You never really know.
Yeah, that's true.
Um, Actually, it says it's in Las Vegas, Nevada. Never
Oh,
mind.
that's weird.
So it's not really a home game for Notre Dame. It's like on the other side of the country. I got BYU in this game. I don't think it'll be close. I'll be honest.
Yeah.
I think Notre Dame at the start of the season was the most overrated team in the country, and I,
Hmm.
I say that every year because they're always ranked in the top 10 for some reason.
Yeah,
It makes
always.
it makes no sense to me. I mean, it's just insane. I think BYU will beat Notre Dame, and I don't
Okay.
think it'll be close.
Okay. I like that pick. I like that pick a lot. I got Notre Dame winning. Last time I picked BYU, I picked BYU to beat Oregon, and they they made me sad. Made me very sad. So I'm picking Notre Dame literally just off that fact. I
Literally,
think Notre Dame are they're just
just
gonna
off
find a
that.
way to do it. And BYU, they let me down against Oregon. I was very ashamed because I thought I was
Dude.
right. I thought I was going to be right, but I was wrong. So I'm not picking BYU this week. I'm picking Notre Dame. The Fighting Irish are going to win on Saturday.
All right, bro. We talking about Texas A&M at Alabama. Alabama's ranked number one.
Yeah,
Um, Bryce Young, he's hurt. There's like a 50-50 chance he plays this game, and I don't think that matters at all if he plays or not in this game. Their backup quarterback is is really good. Like he's like what you expect out of a backup quarterback that goes to Alabama.
yeah,
Um, he's
yeah,
really fast. Um, their running back Gibbs is really fast. He's a great running back. Their defense is good. They got Will Anderson. Texas A&M, they can't figure it out, man. Jimbo's got to figure it out over there. I mean, Max Johnson, he's not good. Hayes King, he's not good. I mean, they need to figure it out at the quarterback position. They need to figure something out, and they need to figure it out fast.
yeah, for sure.
But I got Alabama in this game.
Yeah, I don't have much to say. I think Bama is going to beat them like a tin drum. I think Alabama is going to murder Texas A&M. I mean, just just beat them very very badly. Like I don't think it's going to be any contest. I got Alabama big
Dude.
time, big time.
Yeah, they want revenge for what happened last year.
Yeah, man. October 8th, I've been waiting for this day for a long time to see this game, and I think Alabama's going to deliver. I
Yeah.
think they're so mad from the offseason.
Yeah.
Hopefully Nick gets them fired up. I got Bama by big.
So here is my upset of the week. Florida State at NC State. NC State lost to Wake Forest last week. They're ranked 14th right now. Florida State, they did lose last week. Wait, no, Florida State lost to Wake Forest, didn't they?
Yeah, yeah, they did. Wake
Okay,
Forest
it
won.
was Florida State lost to, or yeah, Florida State lost to Wake Forest. NC State lost to Clemson. NC State, a lot of people were hyping them up before the season started. They were hyping up the quarterback. I think his name's like Devin Leary or
Yeah,
something.
Devin Leary, he's a baller.
But they've been kind of disappointing. Not really. They've been mediocre. They're ranked 14th. Florida State, they've had a really good season compared to the past few seasons that they've had. They've had a good season so far. They are coming off a loss. Both of them are coming off a loss. Um, I think Florida State will win this game.
Okay, okay.
I think they have all the tools that they need to win this game, and I think they prove why they're a top 25 team.
Okay. Yeah, I also agree just because I have again, this is one of the games I just have like a superstition. I think NC State they have a big game next Saturday against one of my favorite
Oh,
teams. They're playing Syracuse next Saturday. I think they look ahead to my boy Garrett Schrader. I think Florida State pulls it out because Florida State is highly, highly underrated. I mean, they're not really now just since they lost to Wake Forest. They're not highly underrated. But we didn't talk about Syracuse in the other episode. I want to breeze through them. They beat
um,
Wagner 59-0. Okay, Garrett Schrader 17 for 17, two
Heisman,
touchdowns.
Heisman.
17 for 17. Sean Tucker 232 yards, three touchdowns. Did I know? Did I tell you? Garrett Schrader threw 17 for 17. That is 100%, and he threw 2 touchdowns. And let me say one more thing. They were winning 49-0 at halftime. 49-0 at halftime.
Yo,
So both teams agreed to play the second half. They played 10-minute quarters in the second half.
are you
Because they,
serious?
I swear, I'm not kidding. I'm not kidding. Because Syracuse was winning that much. They played Wagner.
Are you,
They're a bad FCS team. Like they're one of the worst FCS
dude?
teams. And Syracuse played them. I've never heard of that in my entire life. I didn't know that was a thing. But Garrett freaking Schrader, man, he's bad news.
Look,
I
man,
love that man
you
to death.
you cannot tell me that Will Levis is better than Garrett Schrader.
That's
I mean,
facts.
you can't, bro.
That's facts.
Garrett
17
Schrader,
for 17.
he's had a great season so far, man. He's really
Yeah,
fitting into that Syracuse offense really well, man. I mean,
I agree.
hey, we love Syracuse, man. I think they have a bye week this week.
Yeah,
They got to buy this. I don't see them on
yeah,
the
they do.
schedule.
Yeah, they do. They do.
Let's
They
go.
do. So yeah, I'm looking forward to them playing next week. But yeah, we didn't talk about Syracuse. We can proceed. We can proceed. But I got Florida State beating NC State.
All right, and then the last game we're going to talk about is number 12 Oregon at Arizona. Arizona last year
Ah,
had a horrible season. In the middle of the year, they had walk-on tryouts because they needed
yeah.
some new players because they were just horrible. They had some recruits come in, they had some players from the transfer portal come in, and now they look like a completely different team.
Oh yeah, 100%.
They've been playing some pretty good football recently. Oregon, they have Bo Nix. Bo Nix has had some good games in the past couple of weeks. So he's played some good football, some of the best football of his career, actually. But let's be real, it's the Pac-12. It's not the
Yeah.
same as the SEC.
Oh no.
But statistics-wise, he's putting up some career numbers. I just think Oregon will win this game, but I do think it'll be close.
Okay. Okay, I like that. Yeah, I think it's gonna be close too, closer than the experts think. Arizona, they got Jaden DeLora, the transfer from Washington State. He's good. He's good. He can scramble. He can throw the ball a little bit well. So yeah, I think it's not going to be upset. I don't think Washington State's going to pull out the win. But yeah, I got Oregon. Bo Nix, I think he's going to have a good game because the Arizona defense is not very good. So
Yeah,
yeah, I got Oregon.
yeah. I think that's all I have for predictions. I think that's all
Okay.
I have actually in general.
Okay. Well, I got one more topic just to breeze through. Just like it's not really a topic. I just want to to address it because we haven't really talked about it. So I want to talk about the coaches and the firing of the coaches. They've been 5 since like we haven't addressed them. First of all, like it happened first. I'm going to talk about it first. Nebraska, Scott Frost. That
Should
was a
have
big
happened
one.
last year.
Yeah, that was a big one. I mean, it went by fast. The Wisconsin coach,
Oh yeah,
Paul Christ, he that really surprised me. I did not see that coming. Wisconsin, they did not have a great year, but I did not see them firing their coach. I did not see that happen.
yeah.
And Georgia Tech fired their coach. Georgia Tech
What?
has they fired their coach about a week or two ago. They had a bad year last year. Geoff Collins, I think that's how you say his name. I'm not too sure. That was their coach, but he was not good. They had a bad year this year. They had a bad year last year, so they fired him. And then Colorado, I'm pretty sure they were. They
Oh
might not win
yeah.
a game. I'm pretty sure they're not going to win a game this year. They were very bad last year.
Yeah.
They went ahead and fired their coach. And last but not least, Arizona State. They fired their coach. Also, yeah, they were not good last year,
Uh-uh.
nor were they good this year. So they fired him. So that's 5 already,
Golly,
which is
dude.
surprising. 5 already, and we're just getting into October. So
Look,
there might be more coming on.
look. I get you. Like teams wanting to jump into the coach search like ASAP.
Yeah.
Trying to get a jump on the search for a new head coach. But if I'm the AD of a football team, I'd wait till like the end of the season, not at the very beginning.
Yeah.
Just because that really kills your locker room for the rest of the year. I mean, it
Yeah.
really does. And it really just demoralizes all the players. But yeah, that's all I really had to say about that.
For sure. Yeah, it's just weird that all those firings have already happened. So it's
Yeah,
surprising.
it's crazy.
We'll keep y'all up to date with more that come around. Hopefully there won't be too many more. But yeah, that's crazy. I just wanted to address it.
That's all I got. Is that all you got?
That is all I got. Well, thank y'all so much for watching. It's been an absolute blast. Make sure to share the podcast. We want to grow as much as we can. We're putting in the work. Thank you so much for listening. If you are still listening, we have a blast doing this. We really do, and we want to share it with more people. So thank you so much. And obviously, Jacob tells y'all every week, if y'all have a guest in mind or if you want to be a part of the show, we're down to have you. Just message us and let us know. And that's all I got. What about you, Jacob?
That's all I got.
All right. Well, thank y'all so much for listening. It's been another episode, and I'll see y'all later.